folks. My name is Janet Rapasardi-Hoff. Thank you for joining me on Cooking with Dan Luzzi. I am standing in Dan Luzzi's kitchen with Dan.
What's up, Janet? Greg, how you doing?
How are you?
Good, good, guys. How you doing?
Very good.
Here we are again.
Here we are again. And by the way, Dan says we got to wrap it up really quickly because you're out to golf, right?
See. So we're going to make this a quickie. One peanut butter and jelly sandwich and we're out of here.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I don't see any peanut butter and jelly around here.
So what's the story with the rain, huh?
Oh, I
Water
don't know.
restrictions all over the place. It's unbelievable.
It's really bad.
Unbelievable. We're like 8 weeks now, right? Something like that. A couple thunderstorms, but they were just little whispers.
Nothing, yeah.
Oh.
Nothing to talk
looking
about.
on the golf courses.
Good. The grass is green, but I'm pretty sure the state's got a meter on that well. Let me tell you, that thing is spinning around 10,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's not green anywhere else, believe me.
Unbelievable. I know. It's just crazy is what it is. They're calling it, what, that La Nina? We had El Nino or El Nino, and now it's La Nina or something. But they were saying that we're going to be dry in the Northeast, so, jeez, unbelievable.
I know.
Whatever.
It's like over 90-degree weather every day.
Every day. I know it's
Really
summer and
hot.
all. Right. We need that no humidity 83 or 4. We can work with that, right?
Hawaii.
Right, that. I could go for that.
Yeah.
So what are we going to wheel here?
Okay.
You know what I was going to do was some puff pastry.
Ooh.
You can buy this stuff in any supermarket. You can buy cases of it from a wholesaler. I grabbed a little of it from a local supermarket. And I think it's just a really neat thing to do. You know, like especially if you go and get these little cups for fruit and cream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This might be a neat little alternative, especially if you're having the dinner party, you didn't know what to do. You can either put, you know, a mixture of berries in the thing. You can fill it with cream and chocolate. Yeah, you can do a million and one things, but I think puff pastry is just so cool. It's so chic-y. It's so French. You know, it's just neat. I like it. So we're going to throw a little of that in the oven and see if we can work something with it, make a little dessert out of it. And we're going to do a little grilled sea bass. And we had a loin pork chop here. We were going to make that with a little tomato-based sauce. So why don't I just get the puff pastry in the oven? I had some parchment paper.
And that's very intimidating to a lot of people who don't bake ever.
Well, you can you can put the parchment. You can put flour down on the on your pan. You can use that. You don't need to use parchment paper, but we're going to do it here.
And now, what is the advantage of parchment paper over flour, for example?
It just seems that the stuff comes out even, the bottom especially. You know, it doesn't burn or anything like that. I don't know what the heck I was thinking about when I cut this last piece off. I tell you, I think I must have been hitting the cooking sherry. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'll tell you, this weather is weird. All right, you got that for me?
Got it?
Thank you, ma'am. Put
You're
that back in the
welcome,
box. Clean as we go. That's our motto at our house, too, at home. That's our big thing, clean as we go.
Does anybody listen, though?
No.
That's what I thought.
Nobody listens to Dad. That's too easy. Oh,
That's
boy, I
too
hope I
easy.
didn't
You've
have
gotta
this out here too long, Janet.
Well, you know, this humidity is really something.
I know. I think we're going to have to
Gonna
go
be
to
a
Plan
little
B here.
sticky. Oh, no.
I'll try it. Let me try it for a minute. I have some more in the box. I think I can
Okay.
get it if I show a little dexterity here.
Well, this is what would happen at home anyway. You realize this. So this is a good treat for our viewers. How to work it.
Right, this is it. A lot of times it comes frozen, you know, but you don't leave it out on your counter for 9 hours in 90-degree heat, okay? We didn't have it out all that long. Here, we got that. Look at it, I'm going to show my wife I actually do have decent hands. Yeah, baby. She says I don't. I don't know what she means by that. So what's new? You been playing golf or?
No, not at all. Just working and trying to gear up for vacation.
Yeah.
We hope.
What's Greg going to take you deer hunting? Have you sitting up one of those stands?
I know. He would, believe me, but it's not going to happen.
So I want to take my wife on a golf vacation, right? She doesn't play. Not flying.
That's a little easier than a deer hunting vacation.
Right, right. Well, I think I've managed to untangle this little web here. So I'm going to end up cutting this into, you can cut all different sizes, and this stuff comes in little cups too, but I don't know. I like the way this is going to come out in the sheet form because the, I don't know, the cups are kind of teeny.
Are they?
I think, and they're, I don't know, you have to cook them just perfectly. This stuff here, I just like it. So I'm going to slice it into 3. Like so.
Okay. That looked pretty easy.
Yeah. I got the oven on 400, and the reason I know to put the oven on 400 for this, that's what the directions said on the box. Yeah, that's what they told me to do, so I'm going to listen to them. Especially with these dessert things. My Lord. It's unbelievable. Every time, you know, some of these recipes you can cheat on a little bit, but these, anything having to do with these pastries and...
Yeah, baking is a whole nother thing.
Oh,
You gotta
man.
be pretty precise with that.
All I did was turn it off a little, then the cake is totally ruined, and this is all I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in the oven for about 15 minutes or till golden brown. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
I'll go over to my oven.
Better watch that one.
Yeah.
Time this, folks.
There we go. Put that in the old oven, and that's about that. You're going to remind me that that's in there, right?
I'm gonna try to remind you.
It's like the biscuits at Thanksgiving. You know, we're halfway through the meal. What's burning, Ma? Oh, the biscuits. Unbelievable.
Okay, 15 minutes.
All right.
Don't let me forget, folks. Okay.
All right, now we're going to try a little pork chop. A nifty little pork chop. I've got our little grill pan on here. We're going to do the, I like to get that grill pan hot, you know, get it going. But we're going to take this pork chop. I guess I could turn this oven on also. I'm going to turn this oven on high.
Okay.
I'm going to pan, it's a little thick, so I could cook it in the pan, but I'm going to pan sear it and then roast it a little bit, make a sauce, then take it out and work with it from there. All right, I guess I'll get a little oil in the pan. It's not too bad out today, but tomorrow it's supposed to be a disaster.
Oh,
Kind of a mutiny in the kitchen here. Everybody's going to
Yeah.
come in, you know, we hate Dan, we hate Dan. I don't have to do this, but I'm going to coat it with some flour to help get a little base
okay.
in the pan here, because I
Right.
want to...
You're going to deglaze that?
Yeah, I want to deglaze that. I'm just going to, you know, use a little wine, bring that up, and that's what we'll do. So since I'm not going to finish it, I mean, if I was going to finish this in the pan, I would have this on a much lower temperature.
Okay.
I'll take it down a little bit, but I don't have to get as preoccupied with having the exact temperature as I would maybe something maybe 2/3 that size that I was going to finish in the pan. Then you really, really have to be careful because, you know, you want it to cook evenly all the way through.
Okay, Dan, I'm thinking we probably should want to check that pork chop. What do you think?
I think you're right.
Oh, looks great.
Yeah, that's browning up
What
pretty
a-
nicely.
Yeah, beautiful golden.
It's not getting as brown in the pan as I really wanted it to get, but
Really?
there'll be some residue from the pork. I want to get a little of that flavor into the
yeah.
tomato sauce. So I consider this tomato, this marinara, we've seasoned it with some garlic and basil and oregano and salt and pepper and olive oil and that sort of thing. But it's not really a neutral, but I use it like that. I mean, if we made did some shrimp and got the base of the shrimp into the bottom of our pan, I feel like we're making a shrimp sauce. You know, we're going to make a pork sauce with this. I'm trying to get a little of the pork flavor into that. You know, I really love it when it browns up well. Sometimes, and it's crazy with the pork, one minute it really, really browns and sticks itself to the bottom of the pan, and other times it doesn't. I don't know for the life of me why that is. And this is one of those times. You can see by now, I would have thought there'd be more color like that there.
Sure.
You know? So I'm gonna turn this up and just get it into the oven. I don't want to dry it out, so we're just gonna have to have a little less brown than we wanted. That's all.
Okay.
That's all that's going to happen.
Let's see. Well, we have about 4.5 more minutes for the pastry.
4.5. You've been timing for me?
4.5.
All right. All right. All right, we've got this little pork chop. I'll take this off the flame. I want to season this up a little bit. I guess I'll do both sides.
Got to have equal treatment.
And equal treatment.
Yeah.
I'm big on the old
Gotta
equal
do
treatment.
that.
Put some salt and pepper and some granulated garlic on there. As you know by now, our viewers know they're some of my favorite ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
I don't try to get
We
too
love
funky
that garlic.
unnecessarily here. And I'll put the remainder of this oil on the pork chop. I think I can put a little more on there to help this along, you know, help it cook a little bit in that oven. Alrighty, we've got the pork chop in the oven, right? I've got a little bit more oil still left in there. And I'm going to add some white wine. Just happened to grab a jug or whatever I had. This is some Pinot Grigio. A nice dry white wine will do. We want to bring that, the base up from the bottom. Called deglazing. All right? And even right now, we've cooking most of the alcohol out of this, just with this, the heat that's in the pan. I wish I had a little more of that to bring up into the pan. I'm just going to add some of our marinara sauce. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley to it. I'm going to add some parsley at the end. Maybe a little touch of this crushed hot red pepper.
I like the meatiness of the tomatoes.
Yeah.
The partially whole tomatoes in there. That's
Really, I think that's
great.
something. You know,
Yeah.
the sauce has consistency, yet it's a little chunky. And then when we cook it down a little bit more, it's going to even tighten up a little bit more. You don't. I don't like it too pasty, but this will be nice. So, like I said, I put a little of that hot pepper in there. We take the hot pepper seeds and run them through a blender like that. This way, you know, the heat gets around more evenly. I like it like that. All right, I guess we can add these. I'm going to add these mushroom pieces. I could have seared these off a little bit, I guess, but it's not that necessary. I think that's enough. A few of these olives in there. I can put maybe a couple more olives I'll save to put on at the end.
Okay.
Okay, and that's about that. So we're just going to wait on the pork. How are we doing time-wise on the pastry?
Oh, let's see. Well, you've got
Oh,
about 30
we're
more
there.
seconds. What do you think, folks?
They're looking pretty brown, so we'll...
really nice.
Right. Well, like I said, you could have used a little bit of flour. Let me move these over here so Greg can get a picture of it.
Oh, what a
Get them on
really
camera.
great buttery color.
All right.
They really do puff up.
Aren't they nice?
don't
They're puffed up a little
Yeah.
bit here. I'm just going to turn them over a little so that, you know, they tell you to put them on some wire rack or something like that, but I'm just going to leave them there and just let them cool off on that side.
It smells like breakfast at Grandma's.
Right,
doesn't it?
right. I know. They are neat. So we'll let them cool off a little bit, then we'll make a dessert out of them. I have a few berries here, some cream stuff. We'll whip something together. But in the...
Okay, so we're going to leave these cool for a little while, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Let them set up.
Let them set up, and just do that kind of. We'll do the dessert thing, and
Yeah.
I see you have another plate over here.
Yeah, right. We have this striped sea bass. This is really nice.
Striped sea bass.
It's got great flavor. It gets flaky. It's really nice stuff, and it's just running hot, I guess, this time of year. And
Wow.
we have a number of ways we attempt to do this dish, cream sauces and all. We also have one where we grill it up. It's still summer, so we'll kind of stay with the grill thing a little bit, okay? I've got a little marinade here with some seasoning in there, just basically some salt and pepper, some oil. Just going to work this around a little bit. I've already got this grill pan hot. You can do this on your outdoor grill. I favor getting a little oil on it. We'll put it right in there.
Okay.
How's that pork doing here? It's roasting away. We're doing pretty good there. I'll turn this oven off.
Oh, that would be a good idea. Pastry's still a little hot here.
Yeah. Still have a little heat for a while. I think by the time we're done with these two dishes, we should be able to work
okay.
with it a little bit. And, you know, this is something also I recommend just maybe covering it like a paper towel. Don't wrap it, seal it real tight and stuff. Just let it cover and maybe do it in the afternoon and serve the dessert that night. And you mentioned breakfast too. It's a great thing for that sort of stuff,
really,
you know.
Yeah, really does.
Have one of those and a cup of coffee. They're very, you know, they're related to the croissant. There's not a croissant, but
You know, kind of stuff it with chocolate, you know.
Sounds good. Chocolate chips, a little pastry cream, you know.
There you go.
I'm going to move it that way to try to get that little crisscross thing on
I
it.
like that.
Yeah, it's fun to look at.
Yeah.
And we're not going to season this again. We feel we've already done it with the marinade. Pork chop's looking good. The sauce is ready. We're going to serve this with a little capellini.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to toss that in the water back there. So I guess what we'll do is, I can always turn the oven off. We'll finish our fish fillet, finish our pork dish, and see what we're going to have for dessert.
Okay.
Boy, I'll tell you, the lakes have been low. Oh my gosh, with this water.
Dear. Yeah.
You know, they say they check the water quality at all times, boy, but I'll tell you, I can't believe it's in great shape.
Oh, the marks are great. Those are perfect, Dan.
That's right.
Those are really
We
good.
can play tic-tac-toe on that, eh?
Yeah. You know what happens if you lift the fish or the meat too quickly?
Right.
The whoops got to go down, and then you really have marks all over the place.
Right, you got to...
I love that.
I'm going to do something that I do like to do here, and that is turn that off and let the heat just pass through.
Okay.
You know, don't bring it along the whole way. I think if you're not sure with these fish fillets, just undercook them. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, there's just no way you're going to say, oh my God, it's all oaky and raw. You're going to find out you hit it right on the money. I just feel like you're underdoing it, and it'll be fine.
Well, those keep cooking, don't they, in the pan?
This is really cooking here. They're really cooking. That pork chop, I think, is where we really want it. I'm going to turn this oven off, so let the heat pass through gently also.
Okay.
Because this grill pan is very, oh yeah, that's, as soon as it's stiff at all, push on that a little bit. It's not quite there, but
Okay,
you can see it gives a little.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Okay?
It has give.
That's right in your underdone zone. And if you want to make sure, you know, you don't want any translucency in there and stuff like that, you want to make sure it's cooked all the way. We'll let it go to where it's just stiff. That'll be fine. But a real aficionado would, I don't know, are you into fish fillets and that sort of thing?
I love fish.
Yeah, I would think you'd want it done right now. And since you're going to be eating this dish, we'll take it out right now.
I mean, you're talking to a sushi lover over here.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it together for that with the sushi thing. My palate, it takes me a while. You know, I was one of these kids, vanilla ice cream, ketchup on the hot dog. My brother Mike, he'd be eating these things, blowfish, when they used to be down the seashore. I'd be looking at him like, forget it. He even had chocolate ice cream. I've got some arugula here. I'm going to pick a few nice pieces out. We're going to put the fish on that.
Okay.
Lay it over the arugula. Color's nice. See if I can get this off without breaking it. Uh-oh, we may have a problema here.
I think you got it. There you go.
There we go. We'll lay that right there. I've got a tomato salsa here. I believe we made this on, this is the stuff we serve over these crackers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you want to get something like this down to room temperature, I think. We'll put that over maybe a portion of this where you can treat it kind of like a sauce, something to munch on with it. I'll put it maybe just over the corner of our fish fillet. So it's something you can nosh on and along, you know, I feel like it accompanies the fish pretty well. I've also got some of our roasted garlic and onion butter.
Love that stuff.
We make this and we roll it up, and this, and it's nice. We let the heat get off the fish just a little bit, so that when we do slice this and put it on, it'll, you know, it just won't totally melt. It'll be, it'll melt halfway. You know, I mean, what's the sense of having the butter on the thing if it's just going to be melted all over the place like it's oil or something like that? Let's see, I'll try the parsley. I don't think we're calling for green here, do we?
No, no.
No. Where's
I think we
my
need,
little paprika
paprika.
mix? Yeah, here we are over here.
Yeah, that's what we need.
And we'll try some of that redness. Pick it up on the fish like that, maybe, and drop a little on the plate around. And maybe we'll try a larger sprig of parsley hanging around on the side of the plate. Maybe stretch it, the green color out a little bit. But there we have it. We have that grilled striped sea bass with some roasted garlic and onion butter, garnished with a tomato salsa.
Okay, so we've taken that chop out of the oven.
Right, we just took it out, and I put the capellini in the water here.
Okay.
Once again, the capellini, you want to keep it on the short side, ridiculously short, because, you know, better that this stuff is al dente. I can't stand when the angel hair is overcooked.
Oh, it's
Right.
mush when it's overcooked.
Right. All right, I've wet both sides of this so I can put some of this nice Parmesan cheese on. This is real authentic Parma cheese.
Great.
I'm in love with this stuff. It really melts well, and it gets a zesty kick to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gooey like mozzarella, and it's not real sharp like the Romano. This stuff is great. All right.
Okay.
As soon as that cheese is melted, I want to put it on the plate. And then we'll fool around with the sauce. Pastries are right where we want them, right?
I think
okay,
they are.
good.
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
Okay.
Everybody's happy. Not quite there. I want to put this larger one on because this one was sinking down, touching the top of that Parmesan. We're reducing the sauce a little bit, the flavors of the olives. The mushroom is just leaking water, I guess. All right, we're just about there. I put a little more cheese on that than I normally do.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll put that chop on there like that. I think our sauce is sufficiently reduced. Let's check on the angel hair. See, you'd want it maybe to bend a little bit more than that. In fact, I'm just going to leave it right here also. I'm going to leave it here for a second or two. Mushrooms take 3 seconds to cook, and the time that it took us to reduce this sauce, they're fine. You know, it's just something you can eat raw.
Oh, sure.
You know, so leave this in the water for a couple more seconds. And, you know, now it's bending to where we want it. See that, how limp it is now? It just got to that point, and it's still yellow. Let me get over to the sink and get rid of the water. Alrighty. I'll place this pasta in there. Let's see, I'll just put that there for now. Move our little plate over. Set the pork chop. It means a lot to me to have it, see, that's a little more angel hair than we do need, you know. I'm going to toss it. But I love that. So we like to get the water off of the pasta. That's a biggie. I like to toss it around in here a little before we put it on the plate. I hate that water on the plate, white noodle, and schlurg of sauce over the top. I mean, forget it. It's not my favorite thing. In fact, I don't like it at all. See, we can stack the angel hair just a little bit and make a little pocket with the pork chop. Get some of this sauce on there with the mushroom, the olives.
Nice.
All right, whoops. Get back in there, you. I'll put a couple of more olives on top. Try a little more parsley. This I'll put all over the dish. Dance it around on that.
Oh, nice.
And I think we have a garnish hanging around.
Yeah, I gotta.
Yeah, I'll put a little garnish
Parsley
there in
sprig?
the center, a little parsley garnish. And there we have it, a little pork chop pizzaiola.
Okay, now Dan, I'm curious to see how you're going to get that apart. Is
Yeah,
that gonna
right.
be
I know.
easy, or-
It's like trying to get one of those, right? It's like I can think I can get it open here. I might need a fork or knife or something. Let me try to work it just like this. I'm just going to take that cap off a little bit. See how flaky and nice that is?
That wasn't bad, yeah.
All right, I guess what I'm going to do, we have some strawberries here, and we did a real nice job with these. We've managed to keep the integrity of the consistency of the berry, and we make a little sauce with it. I mean, we could have left them, you know, just, we could have left them alone, I guess, but we can't leave well enough alone. We always want to improve on Mother Nature here. No, but we wanted to get a little sauce working with it, so we did a little simple syrup and poached a little bit, and we've done it on the show before, but they came out really well. So we're going to take some of the berries with the sauce, and we'll kind of put it on gruffly, in the sense that we'll just let the, see those berries? They're still whole, but yet we've broken them down a little bit. I'm going to put some berries in here, and like that. Let the sauce just run out the sides. How are we going to do the whipped cream with this?
I don't know.
We got some whipped cream. Why don't we put this cap on like that, maybe on sideways, let the berries show. All right, maybe we can move it, to the side a little. We'll try some sauce, get a little more berry sauce working, right, like that.
Oh, that looks good.
Okay, and we got our little nifty, neat whipped creamer thinger-winger.
That's really a nifty
Now, how do we do this? Do we put it on? No, we'll save the top for the confectionery sugar. We'll put the cream over here. So this is just going to be kind of a, you know, a strawberry shortcake, except it's not shortcake. We can put cream like that. You can always, well, can I have more cream? You know, we can always do that. Get a good puff of the confectionery sugar on here. All right? I love that.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, really get it on there good. And I didn't, I ran out of mint leaves. So I'm just going to put a little parsley on here just to give that contrasting color in here. I'll put it right in the berry sauce like that. And there we have it, our little version of a strawberry shortcake.
Well, folks, as you know, this is my favorite part of the show. Out of the kitchen, in the dining room, ready to eat, and I'm telling you...
I noticed the dessert's in front of you again.
In front of me.
I don't know.
I'm going crazy with the fragrance of these strawberries, so you better hurry up.
They're looking good. They're looking good.
You just
Can
keep your hands
I
to
make sure?
No.
Yeah, we got the little puff pastry going, right?
Yep.
A little twist on the shortcake. You know, basically it's some whipped cream is happening with the strawberry shortcake. There's some sort of bread product, and sweet bread rather, and the berries themselves. So that's our little twist on it. We've got that sea bass that we grilled. You notice that butter that we did put on.
Oh, yeah.
It melted. It's still clinging to the top, so it, you know, it didn't melt all the way off. So that was good that we waited that 20, 30 seconds before applying it. We've got the little arugula, the tomato salsa. I like the combination. Once again, we underdid the fish slightly. The pork chop, pizzaiolo, you got that nice thick loin pork chop. The angel hair with the seasoned marinara sauce, the chunky mushrooms and the olive pieces, and the little Parmesan garnish on the top of that.
Well, thanks again, folks, for joining us. Sorry you can't have this. It's all mine. And again, thank you for joining us on Cooking with Dan Leslie, and we'll see you again next time.